What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good evening, or wherever you are, and whatever time it is, and welcome back to yet another video with me, Immersionholic. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another online battle for the divided Impera overall mod for Total War Rome 2. Today, we have Sparta taking on Massalia. That's right, we have a Greek matchup here. The colonists of the West, way over there in the distance, are taking on the traditional, very conservative Spartan army. So this is going to be a very interesting battle. This is not me playing though. This is another replay sent in by my man Kalogero. He is taking on user Jake though. Jake with a bunch of numbers. I believe it was like 0843 or something, but we'll just call him Jake. So we have Jake playing as Massalia and Kalogero playing as Sparta. So this is on the 1.2.8 update. However, I have had some battle replay issues. I'm not sure if it's something to do with this update, or perhaps these were recorded during the beta patch or something, so hopefully this goes well. But unfortunately, I did have another really cool matchup to show you where I was playing as Cultures, taking on my man God playing as Massalia. That was a really interesting battle because I never played with Cultures, but the battle replay was absolutely not working. You basically see like your units go off and do really weird things, like my general ran over here and was just like kind of lounging around, when in reality I actually sent him in and he was doing really good and survived to the late game. So although I did end up losing that battle anyway, so props to God, but unfortunately I can't show off that battle. But what I can show is this battle, so let's check out Sparta first, and we'll get into the roster and army compositions really quick. Okay, so on the left hand flank we have cavalry. We have one allied cavalry unit, and then we have another right here. Pretty standard mid-tier Greek cav units that Sparta gets access to, that basically favored at melee engagements against other cavalry, or could be against some infantry, although in general I wouldn't want to leave cavalry engaged against melee infantry for a long time regardless. And then in front of them we have the allied Therios spearmen, 300 men strong, very good unit for supporting cavalry on the left hand flank. But in the center we have a bunch of different units kind of smushed together, so we'll start from the front and work our way back. So here we have allied Therios swordsmen not spearmen, you'll note. Then we have some freed Helot hoplites right here, interesting choice. Some Perioikoi hoplites, and then we have more freed Helot hoplites right here, and then we have another allied Therios swordsman here. So Kalogero is going for a little bit more of a typical kind of lineup where he has a center that's fairly solid, although the Helots are pretty weak, but I mean they are what they are. But he has spearmen in the center at least, and then swords on the flanks. And then behind them he has archers. He has a Helot archer here, an allied archer unit here, and then another Helot archer over here. So he is mixing it up a little bit in terms of what units he has. Very interesting. I always love seeing his compositions. And then behind the archers he has his best hoplites. He has Spartan Thorax hoplites right here. He then has his Spartan Royal Bodyguard. Basically the same unit, except the Royal Bodyguard have 62 morale compared to 56. So very powerful third battle line here. There's his general right there. Another Spartan Thorax hoplite unit. In the far rear he has some picked Ionian Lancers, the only shock cav that Sparta gets access to really. Now on the far right hand flank he has some allied Therios spears, another Ionian Lancer, and then allied cavalry. And then what's this? Some Skirte Paltus. He has one there, and another one to the right over here as well, but none on the far left hand flank. So that's what's going on for Kalogero. Now let's check out the Massalian composition. So we obviously cannot see all of the Massalian army, but I'll cover what I can now, and then I'll go over the rest as they appear on the map. So on the far right hand flank, Jake has 2 units of Romanized infantry, basically legionnaires for Massalia. Very interesting unit, looks badass. I'm going to be very interested to see how well they perform. He then has the Gallic Retainers unit, which is a 300 man strong spearman unit, which is basically a mid-tier spear unit. Actually quite useful, 300 men, 19 melee defense, which is pretty friggin' insane. They also have the defensive formation and their discipline, and they have expert charge defense. Very good spear unit, actually, especially having 300 men. That's really powerful. Behind them, he has one unit of Celtic bowmen. We move over, he has some Gallic heavy axemen. Another unit of Gallic heavy axemen. On the far left, we have Gallic retainers again. 2 units of Celtic bowmen. The far left, we have Celto-Hellenic infantry and Celto-Hellenic infantry. These guys are basically like a lower tier version of the Romanized infantry. But then he has 3 units of cav that we can see so far. Celto-Hellenic cavalry right here. A new unit added to Massalia for sure. Then we have the Massalian noble cav, which is his general. Nothing too crazy there, although they're pretty strong. And Celto-Hellenic cavalry on the right-hand flank. So we're obviously missing quite a few units, because this is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 units. So we should have 20. So let's start the battle, and we'll see who does what, when, and where. But I'm guessing in these little gaps here is where we'll see the other Massalian units pop up. Yeah, right there, there's another one. Another Celtic bowman unit. What's this unit here? Gallic heavy axemen. So he has 3 of those units so far at least. Looks like Jake is really willing to get on down with this battle. He's pushing hard forward. Kalogero is shifting his line slightly to the left. Kalogero has a deeper formation though. Gotta be careful of that. The Massalian can definitely rapidly outflank him. Some Gallic champions are now appearing on the battlefield. Axemen still in the center. Over here, Celto-Hellenics, Gallic retainer. Ah, there's the champion unit. Okay. So that is what is appearing on the battlefield. Gallic champions. Fantastic unit. 17 melee attack. Very, very powerful. Give them a chevron or 2 though, and they will go even higher. So you got to be careful of that. But not a lot happening right now, although they are moving towards each other, so it's just a matter of probably a few moments till we start seeing the engagement begin. Both armies have archers, probably favoring the Massalians since they have 4 units of archers compared to 3 on the Spartan army, although they have the pelters up here which are hidden because they have these stalk abilities, so Massalia's got to be careful about that. Massalia rotating some cavalry around their right-hand flank. The center is just coming straight at the Spartans. Absolutely more than willing to take that engagement. Kalogero's going to have to spread his line. He's going to have to move some units out to cover these flanks so he doesn't get enveloped. He needs to be super careful of that. These archers seem to be just on fire at will because they're just targeting the champions. Oh no, that's an Axeman unit, sorry. Oh no, they have an attack order. You can see the red lines indicating. Fair enough, that's a good unit to try and take on. Spartan cavalry swinging around the far left flank. And on the far right, Sparta certainly has the advantage with cavalry, which is not something you hear every day. Very interesting to hear that being said. Swordsmen clashing in with the axemen. This is the Thurio swordsman, correct? Yep, allied Thurio swordsmen getting involved. Spartan cavalry are going all the way around. I like that move. Get him way the hell out of there. Because if Jake here tries to chase down the cavalry, he gets pulled out of his formation. Whereas if he ignores it, then Kalogero gets to outflank him and do whatever he wants. So very smart move by Kalogero here. Needs to be careful of this hole in the main battle line though. Could be used and abused. Kalogero just basically needs to wait as long as he can, and let his cav advantage get some use. He has 3 units over here, 3 units of cavalry. Needs to be using them quickly. He does not have a lot of time, although the Massalians have a lot of spearmen in the area that could cause some serious damage. Look at this. Oh no. Might want to move your stuff, Kalo. Run. Run away, bruh. Uh-oh. 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 Micromanagement issue. Oh no. Oh, there comes the move order. He's splitting up his troops, so nice move. Oh, that way only one of his units can get charged, which is this one right here. But if he's quick and micros it, he can come back in and charge the Massalian cav and actually win the engagement if these spearmen don't get involved. But it looks like they're going to. Not very good on the left. The right, seeing some rear charges come in by the cavalry. Probably why he messed up that micro on the left. But look at this. The Massalians are coming in right now with a hectic charge. Oh no, that is not good for the Spartans. Boom. That Spartan Ionian Lancer Cav is not going to last very long. He needs to get these units involved. Needs to offer some support. How's the center looking? The Spartan Thorax Hoplites are getting involved right here in the center. Or is that the Helots still? I thought that was the Thorax. No, it's not. My bad. It's the Helots. That red made me think it was the Thorax Hoplites. The Thorax Hoplites are actually on the left-hand flank here. One unit here taking on Romanized infantry. They are slaughtering the Romanized infantry, though. Archers are coming in as well to try and help out. Archers from both sides dealing quite a bit of damage to the other. Kalogero does kind of get lucky, though, and he gets these cavalry that were stuck in an engagement out of it. Now he's swinging them around. They can do whatever they want. He's about to have a hole in his line right here, though. Needs to move this unit, perhaps, in support. Right-hand flank, about to lose right there as well. Meantime, his cavalry is doing pretty good. But it is getting outflanked. Just needs to be faster with it. Although the Peltas are coming in now, targeting the Massalian general. Very smart move. You've got to kill that general quickly. Massalians do not have the morale of the Spartans, so it's very important Kalogero gets that kill. But look at this. He's getting overwhelmed with his infantry. The Thurio spears are not going to last long. Celto-Hellenic infantry, they will chop those away very quickly and easily. Not good news for Kalogero so far in the infantry department, but cavalry, he's still doing quite well. About to engage a unit back here. Massalian player gets a good charge, but he's surrounded, so he should lose that engagement. In the meantime, the Massalian general is still bogged down. Peltas are getting involved. But Sparta is losing 2 units of cav. Lost one right there, and it's about to lose one here. Another one that's getting charged by spearmen. He needs these Peltas to get involved. This unit over here needs to be helping kill this cav unit. Massalian general is off the field. I'm assuming he's routed. I don't think he got killed because he has 24 men left, so that's about a reasonable time to run away. The Peltas, they're getting some interesting attack orders, though. I mean, this one kind of makes sense, killing the Gallic champions, but they're going to lose against the Thorax Hoplites anyway. But you see right there, the Hoplites are actually pushing forward. Very good move on Kalogero's part to micromanage that, because you have to keep giving the attack order to do that, so props for that. Left-hand flank is getting enveloped, though. It's coming. He has a hole in his battle line right here. The center held off, though. His general did fantastic, as did the freed Helot Hoplites, surprisingly. 55 kills, not bad at all. Let's get rid of that menu. General is turning around just in time to take on that Celto-Hellenic infantry charge. Bowmen are out of ammunition, are coming into melee. Spartan still has 3 units of cavalry, though, but they're way too far from the battle. They need to be closer right now. Rear charge right here. And a recharge over here is absolutely vital. They are on the wrong side of the battlefield, but they're coming in now. Perfect timing. Get them in there, get them involved. This battle is still very much up in the air. Kalogero's losing the infantry fight in most places, but the cavalry, he has utter advantage when it comes to cabs, so he really needs to press that right now. It has to happen. Spartan General is doing what it does best and tanking the crap out of units. It's lost a few men, though, down by 24 men. Has to be careful about that. Peltas are getting involved, though, attacking the Celto-Hellenic infantry. Left-hand flank is actually pushing back Massalian infantry. The Romanized infantry have fled off the field. Oh, no, there's one left. Let's check the kills really quickly. 144? And 16 on this other unit. Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. Spartan Thorax Hoplites at 85 kills and have lost almost 50 men. That's not ideal for a Thorax unit. But he has been fighting Axemen, which are perfect at countering them. What are these cav units doing? We have one that's charged in over here. Needs to pull out. Gotta be quicker on that. Here comes a recharge, though. As long as these units don't rout, this cav should deal some devastating damage, but it is only going to archers. So these archers will flee from that charge. Absolutely, they're gone. In the center, things are looking actually quite good for Kalogero. Still has his general intact, still has some hoplites in support. He has some of the Thorax hoplites, some of the hoplite units. Free Helot hoplite unit. Out of formation though. I believe a few of his hoplite units were. Well, not a few, but a couple. But that's okay. Don't always have to be in formation, although it is preferred. Those archers fled, like I said, but the Romano infantry is still going. But they're going up against 2 hoplite units and a cav unit that's still circling around and charging. Massalian player has to basically get lucky at this point. Look at this, man. Way too many Spartan units on the field of battle now. If those archers didn't flee, then morale might have went in favor of the Massalians, but look at this charge. Charged in and pulling out pretty quick, almost too quick. I might have given it like another 2 seconds maybe, just so they finish the animation of charging completely. But he also had to pull out to get away from the reinforcements, so fair enough there. Not a bad move. Definitely doesn't want to get his cavalry stuck. Although he has just lost one in the distance, you could see it routing there. Only the 1 unit of cav left. Really needs to be using him as best as he can. He's trying, but the attack orders are coming in from the Massalian player. Is this enough to rout this spearman unit off the battlefield? If he routs this, yep, it's gone. Routing. There's 1 unit left of spearmen right here. Which one's this? Gallic Retainers. Powerful defensive unit. But that is not going to do very well against the might of the Spartan hoplites. His general's still in very good condition. 270 men left. 187 kills. That's what we expect from a Spartan general. Far right hand flank is still going for Massalia though. They have 1 unit of Gallic Retainers that's just beaten some archers. But Massalia's down to 3 units on the battlefield and they're entirely separated from each other. Although this unit right here might win. It should win. But even then, I don't know. I don't see how the Massalian player can bring this back, surely. The only possible way would be if the Spartan general somehow got killed right now. Which he shouldn't. There's just no way, surely. Comes a cavalry charge into the rear of the Massalians. Notice that the Massalian player is giving attack orders towards the cavalry to try and face them and not suffer such a heavy charge. A good move. Still going to lose a lot of men to the charge, but it will help giving that attack order. It's actually getting a little bit closer than what I expected. Looks like this unit will manage to get over and help support the Massalians. He's just lost a cavalry unit. That is not good. He needs to be getting rid of this unit. There's 257 men left. 221, 233 on that unit. This unit of cav is shattered off the battlefield. Uh-oh. Surely the Massalian player is not going to bring this back. Surely not. One would think not, but these units are way out of formation. The Spartan player needs to unite his forces right now. Bring them back in. He has archers in the distance coming back in. The general is basically keeping the army afloat morale-wise. Takes him out of hoplite formation so they can move quickly. Here comes a charge. Pretty good charge there, but then the Gallic Retainers are coming in. The Retainers are faster. He needs to move his hoplites. Needs better micro with that. He's trying, but the hoplites are just so slow. So see here how they're using their swords? That means that they're out of their hoplite formation. So he's just taking them out now so that they'll come in and do a faster charge. But it's a little bit awkward because of how the unit position is. Massalian player is doing good with these rear charge attacks, giving good attack orders, but might be too late now. 180 men left and it's wavering. Spartan generals just popped a, oh no. Yeah, no, he popped a rally. There goes one Massalian unit. We're down to just 2 now. Still very strong units, but they are going up against the might of Sparta. I'd recommend using these archers on flaming shot. Maybe he'll change it, we'll see. Because that would instantly rout this unit, I reckon. Flaming arrows combined with flank attacks, that unit would rout. But that's okay. He should still have this. Yep, one unit routed over there. And this one is about to rout as well. Kalogero takes the battle with a costly victory. It's looking a little sketchy there a few times, but the Spartan general leads his men to victory like a Spartan general should. So let's look real quickly at the statistics of the battle. So overall, I think this mainly comes down to a lack of cavalry for Massalia and probably unnecessary skirmishes. The archers, they did okay with their kills, but really I would have just focused on bringing a couple of units of pelters and then have them specifically either target cavalry or the hoplites of the Spartans, or especially their general. The general of a Spartan army is so friggin' important. It's such a powerful unit. 300 men strong, insane statistics, one of the best hoplites in the game, if not the best. It can single-handedly win battles, and it basically did win this battle for Kalogero because its morale was so strong, it kept the rest of the army intact. And look at those kills, almost 300 kills on a single unit, and it's a hoplite unit. A hoplite unit is not known for getting a lot of kills. This is what I would expect from an elite tier swordsman, not a hoplite. But this is just showing how powerful the general of Sparta can be. Not to say that Kalogero was carried by the general by any means, absolutely not. His other hoplites did fantastic. He did quite well with his cavalry, getting 172 kills on one of them. Pelters did good, other hoplites did good. But that general, if he was killed earlier on, maybe this could have went a little bit different for the Massalian player. Perhaps the Spartan morale might not have lasted as long, especially once the Thorax hoplites are taken out, because the rest of Kalogero's army doesn't really have a lot of good morale, at least not good Spartan morale. Spartan morale is some of the best in the game, and so, man, you really basically have to assassinate the Spartan general to have a chance in the late game, basically. Get rid of that general, and it would have been a lot easier to take on for Jake. But anyway, massive props to my man Kalogero for sending in this replay. Highly appreciate it, my man. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have time for today. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one.